Hey guys, I'm Ben.
I'm Tiffany.
We are the Wolberts.
And we decided to make a little video to give you guys an update on where we are at with Ben because it's a lot of information to type out and we figured this was the best option. I will go ahead and start. So we actually wanted to give you a little bit of history on Ben because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the different things that he's already undergone and what he's had to deal with. So on July 3rd, 2008, 2 weeks before we got married, he injured his back working for a lawn care company, and we thought that it was just that he sprained it or whatever. Come to find out that he actually burst a disc in his L5. Yes, L5, and they took too long to diagnose it, which the fluid that was in the disc shot out and was touching the nerve that goes down to his right leg, which is where that atrophy comes from. So he had that, and that was before kids. Then 8 days before Eric and Jake were born, he had his second surgery. 8 days before the twins' first birthday, he had his third one. And then when Georgia was 4 months old, he had his fourth surgery. Fast forward to now, and this is where we are at. You want to go ahead and tell them about what has caused your neck injury?
Yes, so a little over 2 years ago, right? 2 years?
April, March-ish will be 2 years. Year and a half ago.
Okay.
There you go.
So a year and a half ago, I was in a hit and run accident going to work, and basically my neck started bothering me, and turns out there was some damage there that has significantly caused a lot of pain that has stuck around longer than we thought it would. And it's something I've never dealt with. I've dealt with the back before, but not with the neck. So after seeing the surgeon, the plan is to replace 3 discs with artificial discs in my neck. So it's quite of a shock to get the MRI and realize that there's that much damage in my neck to go along with what I already have in my back. So as you can tell, kind of a lot all at once. But you know, that's kind of where we're at now, is in the process trying to get everything fixed, going through the insurance and going through the processes to really get things going, which we saw the surgeon back in May.
Originally, I think it was end of April, maybe even beginning of May. And then
Okay.
we finalized the surgical plan May 26th.
Okay. See? She knows all the dates.
So May 26th, we came up with the plan to replace 3 discs in his neck, which they would go in through the front and do an incision right here. Replace those with 3 artificial discs, and then we came up with the plan to do a discogram test on his low back, which would be inserting needles into each level of the disc in the lower back with dye, and then looking at an ultrasound to see which discs were most damaged. That would tell us which discs needed to be fused and which levels needed to have the laminectomy. So since we came up with the plan in May, we have submitted it. It was denied. We appealed it. It was denied. We appealed it again. They did an external review, and that was denied. So we just met with the surgeon again on Monday and came up with a new course of plan, which would be to have the insurance. Part of the reason that the insurance denied it is because that doing 3 levels is not approved through the insurance. So we are submitting that they would cover 2 of the levels in the neck, and then we would have to be responsible for paying for that 3rd one out of pocket, which is a pretty hefty bill. So we're looking at that, and then we're looking at skipping the discogram test and going straight to doing a laminectomy and spinal fusion on the 2 levels in the low back. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We've already had the disc replacement, the 2nd round, already denied once from a week ago. So we're working on fighting that, and so we just are asking for prayers for financial provision because this is a lot. Ben is not able to go to work right now, so he's working from home, making about half the amount that he was. I'm getting ready to start teaching preschool again, and I'll be working 2 part-time jobs while doing distance learning with the kids and taking Eric to therapy and just all the things. So we need prayers for financial provision, for strength for me as I deal with all the things, and for just the insurance to be willing to work with us and get Ben the surgeries that he needs. You have anything else? What else do we got? I feel like there's so much.
There is a lot. So if you guys, just keep us in your prayers. Obviously, that's something that everybody can do. That's the one thing that we all need is more prayer for other people. I know that we've been praying for the situation. We've been praying for healing. We've been praying for financial stability, for just everything to kind of work together. And we know that it will, obviously, in time. We know it's going to be a big testimony for us, not only as a family, but also me just in general, to recover from something so traumatic. Obviously her as well, because there's been a lot of traumatic things there that most people don't see. And that's the one thing I think that's the hardest, is that with back pain or neck pain, it's not something you can see. It's all felt. And with me being such, a happy guy majority of the time, it's really tough to go through pain and still try and be that same person, try and still smile and play with the kids. And so I'm just looking forward to going back to all that. And, obviously we want this to be as fast as possible, but we know it's going to happen in God's time. And that's kind of what we've been leaning on. And obviously we want to encourage anyone to reach out to us, message us, whatever you need to do or whatever you'd like to do. I know a lot of you have blessed us with meals, so we thank you so much for that. Even childcare, we've had a lot of people reaching out to us, so we thank you for our community that's already helped us out a ton, just in general. Thank you for all the friends and family that have stepped up and really helped us out in this time, because we've been there where we haven't had anybody before, and so it's very nice and super enjoyable to experience this with a lot more friends and family in our life.
I don't know that I would call this an enjoyable season, but it's been nice to have community alongside of us this time around.
It's more enjoyable than it has been in the past. Obviously, when you're alone, you're going through stuff like this. It's not as enjoyable. Whereas now, you have people around you that can stand with you. And
help me, keep me a little bit sane.
When I'm in pain, 13 hours laying in bed, someone can call you and say, hey, how are you doing? That kind of stuff. So.
Anyway, so that's the update with the Wolbert. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. As we develop new information from the insurance and surgeries, we will be sure to keep you guys updated. But we just appreciate all of you, and we appreciate all of your prayers.